your girl, Brittany Turner, BBT. Welcome to the Mom Energy Podcast, and we're about to get into some good topics today. So, before we start, you know what I need you to do. I need you to please subscribe, like, and share this to everybody, okay? Let's get into it. So, today's topic, we're really getting into some nitty gritty stuff. We're talking about child support. Now, I'm wondering how many moms are really receiving child support? How many are getting it? Are you getting it through just a mutual conversation? Or do you have to take it to the courts and really get it figured out for both of you so your kid can get what they need? Now, me personally, we're going to really be getting to know me through this season. And no, I am not getting child support. I was at one point, but it was just never consistent. And it was never the amount that was really needed. It was always the bare minimum. And part of the reason is because I felt like, oh, I had the baby. I could have just said, no, I'm not going to keep it. So it's my responsibility. But that's really not the case. And so it took me forever to do it because I'm like, well, at least he's doing something. And, time is more important. But then once time went away, I went up and down about why am I not doing it? And some of it was just not really wanting to deal with it. Like I didn't want to deal with the process. It takes so much to really get child support. You have to find that person. You have to know a certain amount of information from that person to be able to even catch them. And since I've seen it when I was a kid with my brother, and it took years for my mom to even find his dad, it kind of made me feel like I don't really want to go through that type of drama. My daughter's going to be taken care of. It's fine. I got this. On top of that, I got married. I had someone that was there since my daughter was a baby. So it was like, well, she always kind of have a father figure. He helps me with the money too. So what's the point? Why go through the drama? But one thing that I just recently kind of got an understanding of that it's not my money. My therapist said that to me. She said, it's not yours. It's not your money. It has nothing to do with you. That's your daughter's money. That's your kid's money. And your kid need that money. No matter if it's because, oh, well, she needs her hair done or he needs his hair done or because school supplies, school clothes, just because they want some snacks at the store. That's your kid's money. It has nothing to do with you. Once you put it in that type of perspective, it made me kind of look at it a little differently. Now, another thing that kind of made me change my mind about actually going for it is that I just had a wedding. I'm in the midst of having a wedding and spending way more over budget than I wanted to spend. And on top of that, we still have to live life. So bills still need to be paid. Kids still need to be taken care of. And my kids needed school clothes, school supplies. And nowadays, school clothes and school supplies is not like they used to be. They are expensive. Just for both my daughter and son to have school supplies, it's almost $200. They want 12 glue sticks and a crayon box. Everybody got to have color pencils, all these folders. It's just so much that goes into it. And I'm like, this crap is not fair. It's not fair that I have to sit here and break my back to figure out how to pay for all these extra things for my daughter while I'm in the midst of one of the most important times in my life, which is me getting married. And I didn't think that was fair. I didn't think it was fair to her. I also didn't think it was fair to me and my husband because now, even though he doesn't mind taking over the financial responsibility for my daughter, that's not technically his job and that's not fair. He does it because he loves her and he's been there, but that's just not how it's supposed to go. Once I realized that, I realized I needed to do something different. I needed to make moves. And I wanted my daughter to be able to get a certain amount of money and me to be able to give her things. If she wants to do gymnastics or she wants to do all these different activities, she shouldn't be limited. And I shouldn't have all the burden on us to do so. And when you don't do it, you limit yourself. You put yourself in a situation where you're letting this person just not do anything. And that's not cool. And so I really had to just adjust to how I was going to do it. Because then I started thinking about, well, because he hasn't been around on a time level for her, do I really want her in her life in the first place? Do I want her to experience a childhood trauma of this person coming in and out her life when it's convenient? Or would it affect her and him having a relationship because maybe he gets mad and he like, well, because I'm giving money, I don't want to do this, and that can affect your kid. So it's all these different layers to it. It's not just as simple as, oh, we'll give the money, because for some reason, and I'm not gonna say it's just men, because there's men who take care of their daughters or their kids and the mother has to give child support. I don't want to take that away from men who are taking care of their kids, but let's be honest, majority of the time the kids are with the woman. And the fact that certain men assume that it's not a thing that they should do or they shouldn't be made to do it just makes no sense. You didn't, if you decided to come do something with me to have this baby, and you were all fine and dandy then, but then once the responsibility really takes place because of something we decided to do together, we didn't decide, I didn't rape you, I didn't make you have sex with me, we decided to do this together. So it's unfortunate that it has to be like that, but yeah, we have to do this together if we're together or not. And that baby still needs food. That baby still turns on my lights. That baby still turns on my water. That baby still needs to be fed. That baby still needs to be taken to school and picked up from school and from activities. It's so many things that go into having a kid and having a responsibility of a kid. And unfortunately, the world makes it be like that, but the financial part is very important. Like my daughter hair is to here. So me having to make sure she get braiding hair, thank God that I do hair. Because if I didn't, what would I do? I would have to pay to get her hair done, which is not cheap nowadays. It ain't like it used to be where you can pay a little quick little $25 and get your daughter hair braided. No, 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 no. It takes money. People are charging $125. They don't want you to come with your hair shampooed already and all these other things that go along with it. And I want to talk about this because I have had this conversation with multiple women in the past few months, and it's a lot more of us that's dealing with this, and we have these same feelings. Do we want to deal with it? Do we want to wait on the court system to actually give the money? But it's about starting the processes. You have to get the process started. Continue to take care of your kid. Continue to do what you've been doing. That's your job. And it doesn't mean that, oh, you have to wait till he decides or the court actually finds him to get him the money, because like you said before, your daughter is always going to be taken care of. Your kids is always going to be taken care of. But once that money does come, that money is for that kid. And if it comes when they're 18, guess what? You ain't got to help your kid do too much another when they turn 18, because they should have a decent little pocket of change once that time comes. So it's really about making sure you get your kid what your kid deserves, not necessarily yourself. And I really want to give a disclaimer, because I also hear so many men say, well, my baby mother gets her hair done when I give her money, or my baby mother be doing this with the money. Listen, the money that I spent on your kid, I'm reimbursing myself. That's not none of your business. I'm still making sure your kid stays in the home. I'm still making sure your kid is fed. And I'm still making sure your kid hair is done. Now, just because you decided to give me the money now and I spend it on what I wanted to spend at that moment, guess what? That's because that baby hair was already done. That baby already ate. That baby already clicked and flicked on my lights and water. So if I decided not to get my hair done to make sure my kid got her hair done, and you all of a sudden decided to give money and I went to get my hair done with it, the money was already spent. It is what it is. It's so much responsibility just having a kid. I don't think, unless you're willing to go to the court and take that kid from that person or get joint custody, you shouldn't have nothing to say, because it is not easy and you're out here living your best life not having that responsibility. Until you take that responsibility or try to get that responsibility, you have nothing to say, because the same people who say that are the same people who don't want to have the real responsibility of having a kid 24/7. So, I really want us as women to understand that your child deserves that money. Your child deserves to be able to do what they want to do no matter what's going on. And if it's just because you don't have it all, that money has to come from somewhere. And if it takes a little time, it's okay. But go through the process. It's not a lot of money. I think I paid $25 for a filing fee. Everything else was free. They go look for them for free. If you need a DNA test, they do that for free. Now that's in Georgia. Also know it's also completely free in Illinois. Those only two states I know about, because the only two states I deal with. But go get it, okay? It's definitely worth it, and it definitely will make you feel better knowing that you were able to get this for your kid and be able to do it. Because I remember getting my hair done because of my mom got child support. I remember being able to go get my nails done because my mom had child support, and we used that to do it. And so, because I personally went through it as a kid, I want to make sure that I give my kid that money just like it was given to me. So definitely go get it. Go through the process. It definitely takes time, but grab as much information as you can before you start the process and go get it done. That's just what it is. And I hate to say it like that, and it may seem a little bit, I guess, mean to men or whatever the case, or maybe the other person who has the kid, because women, like I said, don't have their kids as well. But it's definitely worth it, and it definitely needs to be done. I appreciate y'all. I know this topic was a little bit more serious this week, but it needed to be talked about. It needed to be said. And I pray that this video allows somebody to take that step to just go get the process started. I love y'all, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Mom Energy. Let me put my smile back on my face because I had to get serious on y'all for a second. But it's cool. We're going to get back into some more funnier topics next time. All right. Bye, y'all. See y'all next time.